Oh yes, this is Windbloom.
Wow, the city is all decked out.
Oh my god,
Oh, it's beautiful.
oh my god, I forgot about the English voices.
Festival season means no commissions, which means no Mora. But Catherine's always looking out for us, so we should still drop by and say hello.
Sure, let's go. Let's go gambling. Catherine, I want your gacha machine. There we go.
Greetings, traveler. Paimon.
Hello.
Hey, Catherine! Still doing the whole no commissions during Windbloom thing?
In general, yes. The people of Mondstadt don't delegate their work to others this time of year. But
But...
feel free to take a look around. I think you'll pick up on something unusual.
Unusual.
Take a look around, huh?
I mean, Mondstadt looks different, but what else? The decoration, you know. Oh, the
It's
trees.
finally Windbloom. And here I am ruining everything.
I remember you from Noel's quest.
You're a bit tired. No big deal. Give it some time. How about doing something fun tonight? We could take a stroll or go stargazing.
Stargazing? Like we'll find a spot.
Womp
You
womp.
know people start reserving places on Star Snatch Cliff the moment the sun goes down. Sorry, I'm just not in the mood.
Whoa! Something's off with Beatrice. She would never give up a chance to talk to Quinn. This is weird.
Yeah, I think she finally realized that he's not for her. She's go lesbian route now.
You're leaving? I can walk you home.
No, it's okay. Thank you. I just need some time to myself. Besides, there's still something I need to do. The truth is, Quinn, not long ago,
What is it? Is there something wrong?
Never mind. It's nothing. Actually, Quinn, I
Oh,
think we should stop seeing each other for now.
yep. She learned that she's a lesbian.
Huh? Wait, are you saying we can't be friends anymore? I thought we were best friends.
Did you see that? Beatrice ran off without looking back. Oh, we go adventuring in other nations for a bit, and one of Mondstadt's best friendship stories is already over?
Ah, come on, Paimon, you don't even believe that. I can't believe it. Maybe they're just working out the kinks.
So,
So
is this
kinky.
what you meant by unusual, Catherine?
This is just one example. Beatrice has been feeling down for days. But that's not all.
Oh, it's the honorary knight in Paimon.
Oh, Miles!
Is something wrong? You don't look so good.
I know a knight should be stronger than this, but I haven't been feeling right lately. I just can't focus. I started sleepwalking out of nowhere. Sometimes I'd even wake up in the middle of the night standing in a random location outside.
Skill issue.
You should see a doctor.
I did, but all the tests came back normal. The doctor said I'm fine.
Are there doctors in Mondstadt?
Yeah, I even consulted Miss Barbara at the church,
Oh
but
yeah, Barbara calls us
her
one, basically.
conclusion was the same. In any case, she was kind enough to pray to Lord Barbados for me to get better. Is it because I saw something I wasn't meant to see?
Like what?
Sorry, this is for me to figure out. It is Windbloom after all. Anyway, I have patrol to finish. Until next time, you two.
Alright, careful where you end up while sleeping. Yeah, okay, yeah.
Huh. Is it something in the air, maybe?
Donna? Wait, is she not in love with Diluc anymore?
It appears Miss Donna is also out of sorts.
She no longer thinks about Diluc?
Where can I find
Oh,
a
no.
truly fascinating man?
She no longer thinks about Diluc all time.
Wait, but Donna is the one who has a huge crush on Diluc, right?
Yeah.
And that's what I thought too. But she seems to have changed her mind.
Oh, okay. Oh my god. No way.
Captain
way.
Kaya?
No way.
Huh. Now that I look at him, he's exactly my type. How come I never felt this way before?
Now she's going to the brother. I'm flattered, Miss Donna. Although I do wonder where that was intended for outside ears.
Oh, no. Of course not. I'm sorry, Captain. Just pretend I didn't say anything. And, have a happy Windbloom.
I intend to, my dear. But first a question. If you don't mind, what is the change of heart? I was under the impression Master Diluc was the object of your affections.
Good question, Kaya.
Yeah, Kaya.
So, you knew about that? Well, Master Diluc came into the city not too long ago, but when I saw him, it was like the butterflies just weren't there anymore.
You no longer think all about Diluc, huh?
If I had to compare it to something, it would be like waking up and realizing you're married to a man you don't love.
Oh, that's dark.
But then I saw you. And it wasn't that something was different about you. I can't really explain it. It was just...
Oh, a different feeling, yes, yeah. I understand, and I'm flattered. Flattered that I was able to bring back the butterflies. But I do need to see some business. So I'll take my leave.
Oh, here he comes. Well, surprised to see us?
Not at all. You're the exact two people I've been trying to find. So, Edu, Paimon, how have you been? All good. How about yourself and the rest of the Knight of Favonius? The answer to that requires a private conversation. Catherine, do you mind? But this is her spot. We should be moving.
Not at all. Have fun, you three.
So, you said you were looking
Okay,
for us.
sure. Sure. Yes, Jean sent me to find you when she heard you were back in Mondstadt. But let's discuss the finer details back to the headquarters. Oh yeah. Also, where's the music? Yuri, Marjorie, it's been a while.
It's festival season again. I wonder what this year's Windbloom is going to be. I know. I can't wait to find out.
Well, at least they're optimistic. Oh, Timeos is studying here. I'm going to heal. Alchemy is truly fascinating. Happy Windbloom. What can I get for you?
Let's see...
Ah, Kaya. You found them.
Yula! Been a while, girl. Yep, I managed to track them down.
Good. With what's about to happen, it's great to have you in town.
Yeah, glad to see you too.
Headquarters are packed. What's going on?
Yeah, so packed.
Honorary Knight Paimon. Oh, it's an
My
honor
name is
to meet
Nope.
you. I believe introductions are in order.
Allow me. You have Note, captain of the second company. Skairon, captain of the third company. Yula, captain of the fourth company. And me, of course, Kaya of the ninth company.
Oh, you're all captains?
That's right. Master Jean is waiting for you inside. She'll explain everything.
Alright.
Jean!
Billie Jean. Hello, Paimon, thank you for coming. Is everything alright? There are tons of people outside. Ah, yes. That will be the captains. You know a few of them already, but I'm sure there are some new faces. There have been a number of incidents in Mondstadt. In order to wrap up the case, I gathered all the captains of the Knights of Favonius together to hold a trial.
Trial? But this is Mondstadt, not Fontaine.
Yeah, but trials is idiot. I can understand the confusion. You never participated in one of our trials before. In truth, we haven't had conduct one in quite some time. The Knights of Favonius oversee most matters of law and order in Mondstadt. Of course, in the interest of fairness, major cases are tried jointly with the Church. Under the guidance of ALBEDO, the Knights uphold in the spirit of order, and the Church carries blessing and goodwill wherever the wind can reach. That means no Marijiwari. And today's case requires a joint trial by both parties.
Which means it's a serious one. So, do you need our help?
Hold on. The group of people we saw in the corridor just now, there was someone missing. Where's Albedo?
Right.
Where's
He's the
Babel?
captain of the investigation team. But we didn't see him out there.
I wonder what's gonna happen to him. A keen observation, Edu. That happens to be exactly why I called you here. In the upcoming trial against Captain Albedo, we will do our utmost to understand the facts of this case and deliver a fair and impartial verdict.
Albedo is the one on trial? What did he do?
It has to be Sosbedo. It's possible to be actual Albedo. The real Albedo. Shin, it's time. Oh, we're getting straight into it. Okay. Understood. Edu, Paimon, come with me. Ooh, actual music. Oh. Hey, Suken Rolls! Master D, look. Please, say whatever you like. I only ask you that you remain calm, no matter what you hear. I need to head over there. Don't worry, the trial will be fair. Yes. Now that everyone is gathered, let us begin. With Grandmaster Barca away from Mondstadt, since forever. With Grandmaster Barca away from Mondstadt for the time being, I, Jean Kunildler, I don't know if I read that correctly, will oversee today's proceedings. Mr. Dahlia, oh wow, hello. Mr. Dahlia, Deacon of the Church of Favonius, will serve as assessor, as representatives of our respective organizations. We will ensure you a just verdict in this case.
Oh, that's a new face. Deacon of the church.
Oh wow.
Does that mean he works with Barbara and Rosaria?
Okay, for a moment I thought he has cat ears, but the hat gives him like cat ears. The defendant in today's case is the captain of the investigator team, Albedo. Okay, he has the star on his neck, so it is real Albedo, and also he has the dumb face. Albedo, what did you do? I thought I was your lover! Certain aspects of the case are classified, and it remains uncertain whether the alleged victims are citizens of Mondstadt. As such, the trial is not open to the public. The identities of the victims are still unknown? Strange. If guilt is established in this case, all facts will be made public after the final verdict is delivered. Now, the captain of the logistics company, Miss Herta, will present the charges. The court appoints Mr. Kaya to speak on Mr. Albedo's behalf. Are both parties ready to proceed? Yes.
Ready to proceed.
Ready to proceed.
Herta, what are you doing? Go back home. Miss Herta, the floor is yours. She begins to hit the prohibited steps.
Prior to this trial, the Knights of Favonius, in conjunction with the church, launched an investigation into Mr. Albedo for suspected murder and unlawful disposal of human remains.
Uh-oh.
Murder?
Yeah, watch a special program. I know that's a thing.
A witness stated that, 11 days ago, in the middle of the night, she saw the defendant southeast of the city gates, dragging a large object she later identified as a human body.
Oh.
No. There's no way.
Shh, Paimon.
We now
Calm.
call that witness to the stand.
Oh, Beatrice!
Please tell us what you saw.
Oh, that explains something? Beatrice? So, is this what she was trying to tell Queen earlier? They both on day trials? Yeah, we don't have the oratrice mécanique d'analyse cardinal.
Well, I was out late that night on business. And when I came back, I saw someone in the moonlight that looked like Mr. Albedo. He was dragging a huge bag of some kind.
I mean, it's obvious I was Albedo, but why you're doing that face, Albedo? You're making yourself look sus.
I thought it was strange, so I followed him. Then, there was a sudden flash of golden light. The bag opened, and inside there was a body.
Ah, yes, they will let us see his neck.
Mr. Albedo's vision
Oh no,
allows
what?
him to manipulate
It is a
his
star.
own
Oh, wait.
gaze. So he buried it, and then removed any traces on the ground. Before he left, it seemed like he looked in my direction. Maybe it was just my imagination, but I was terrified thinking he might kill me too. Luckily, he didn't see me.
Or maybe he let you go. I now turn to the defendant. Describe your whereabouts that night. I was working in my office on the second floor of the Knight of Favonius headquarters. That's right. The next day, the defendant submitted his last environmental report on the Dragonspine region. Considering the length of the text, it must have taken a considerable amount of time to finish.
Can anyone attest to the fact that the defendant was working in his office that night?
No. Fuck.
Then the length of the report is not a sufficient alibi.
This isn't looking good.
That's not always I expected. If the crime did occur as you described, Then what about the body? You mentioned the joint investigation. Well, was the body recovered?
Not yet.
Oh yeah, I mean if the location is nowhere, then huh? In other words, you dug up the location Miss Beatrice found and you don't find that suspicious?
I know what I saw.
Are you sure?
I'm telling the truth, Miss Hertha, I swear. Also, didn't you say that speaking out would help protect the people of Mondstadt? Otherwise, I'd never put myself out here like this.
Hertha, you're being sus.
You're doing the right thing. Besides, the investigation wasn't fruitless. A single men's shoe and a torn piece of fabric were found in the bushes near the crime scene.
Oh.
The same location the witness described. If no crime occurred, then is all this just a coincidence?
It's just a coincidence. And yet, no victim has been identified, correct?
It's true. No one has been reported missing. However, Miss Beatrice harbors no ill will toward the defendant. Her testimony clearly points to a crime, and she has no reason to lie.
Does the defendant wish to say anything in response? You may believe otherwise, Miss Hertha, but I did not kill a single person. As a knight of the captain of the investigation team, I have a duty to protect Mondstadt and its people. You accuse me of a murder, but there's no body or motive.
The defendant raises an important point. Motive. Yet, I must be frank, not all murders are premeditated. Spontaneous conflict can also have unforeseen consequences. Nevertheless, I don't intend to prosecute this case on circumstantial evidence alone. Which brings me to the second charge against Mr. Albedo.
Second charge?
Oh. Please? Proceed.
7 days ago, at dawn, a witness saw the defendant dispose of the body of an adult male in the area between Dragonspine and Dawn Winery.
Huh?
I now call the second witness to the stand.
It's going to be...
Wait, that's...
D-Look? I was expecting the donut, but not D-Look. Please, tell the court what you saw. Brothers fight, brothers fight. At around 3:40 in the morning, I saw Mr. Albedo dispose of a body beneath a cliff. It was dark, but he used the power of Geo to illuminate his surroundings. For what I could tell, it looked like the body of an adult male, tall and thin, but I couldn't make out the age. He buried the body underneath the cliff and smoothed out the ground to remove any traces.
We now have accounts from two separate witnesses that describe the same modus operandi. Would you call that a coincidence?
Sorry, Albedo, but the D-Look himself betrayed you. I will only inquire as to what Mr. D-Look was doing in the area so early in the morning. Not the most opportune time for a stroll. Is there such a thing? Dawn Winery is my home. It's not unusual for me to take walks in the area. I just happen to be in the right place at the right time. That's all. Master D-Look is a well-respected figure in Mondstadt. I see no reason for him to frame Mr. Albedo. Yet, the question remains. Where are the bodies?
Before you suggest a lack of evidence, Mr. Kaya, you should know. After the defendant left that morning, the witness found this where the body was buried.
A box! And this is... what looks to be the teeth and femur of a human! Now... wow. Now, it does beg the question. If the burial was fresh, why is this all the remains of the body? But I suppose Mr. Albedo is the only one who can answer that. Careful, Master D-Look. I do believe I hear a presumption of guilt in there somewhere.
These remains suggest an accelerated rate of decomposition. Considering the defendant's profession, there's reason to suspect that alchemy is at play here. Both witnesses saw golden light, a known byproduct of alchemy. That's how the defendant...
But it wasn't a
destroyed the
Geo
bodies.
thing?
The light also explains how the witnesses were able to get a clear view of the events in the dark.
Well, at least presumably. So that's your angle. Alchemy. Yeah, like, you know, that's one scene in Breaking Bad? A logical assessment, but we have a witness of our own. The afternoon before the alleged second murder, Mr. Albedo had a lengthy intellectual exchange with his student, Sucrose. The two were in the library until the next morning. Now you're blaming Sucrose? Why did the discussion last so long? Miss Sucrose was presenting the results of her research. She noticed some flaws in the data. and insisted on reviewing her calculations until the next morning, with Mr. Albedo present. That's right. We were in the library together.
You're certain Mr. Albedo was present the whole time?
Yes, and I know Mr. Albedo will never kill someone. He could never be that cruel.
Nevertheless, the other witnesses have no reason to lie. Tell me, Miss Sucrose, that meeting in the library, were you awake the whole time? Sounds like a considerable duration to go without sleep.
Wow.
I do hope you can be truthful with us. It concerns the safety of countless Mondstadt citizens. A crime like this cannot go unpunished.
She's too loyal for Albedo, okay? I'll take it from here. During our meeting, Sucrose did fall asleep no longer after midnight. It's alright, Sucrose. You don't have to lie for me. This is a sacred place of judgment. The truth is paramount. Mr. Albedo! I see. Then I'm afraid your alibi cannot be sustained. Do you understand? Yes. I know claiming innocence without proof isn't enough. But the prosecution's argument has its own holes. There's been no mention of motives or what exactly method could reduce a human body to those remains.
No conclusive evidence of guilt. But the witness accounts do match to an extent that can't be dismissed. This is a tricky one.
Allow me to submit another piece of evidence.
What?
The investigators intercepted one of Mr. Albedo's correspondences. I will now read the pertinent parts to the court.
Herta, why you were shaking? Jesus, she's scared that she might fail the case. We are mentally cornering her, that's the way you say it. Oh. A correspondence. Oh no. That envelope does look like it belongs to Mr. Albedo.
I have never abandoned the subject of human research. In
Aww.
fact, delving deeper into Dragonspine has led me to realize that the concept of life could be further expanded and transformed into that of birth. The mystery of human birth is often linked to death. As such, death is the most suitable material for the creation of new life. To that end, we must engage in a process of putrefaction and refinement.
Albedo is just Da Vinci, guys, the end of the Da Vinci? Putrefaction and refinement.
Is that in reference to an alchemical process?
The letter continues. Experimental trials have been carried out in the northwestern part of Dragonspine, in the area southeast of Mondstadt's main gate. The data is as expected. Just as you endeavored to do, I too shall take up the path of creation and break through current limitations to reach a new realm of living beings.
I trust investigators have confirmed that this to be the defendant's handwriting, and the letter makes more the passing mention of putrefaction and refinement.
Correct. Not to mention, the locations indicated in the letter match both crime scenes. What more can we trust than the defendant's own words?
No, it can't be true.
Thinking. I can't believe it.
A
Sucrose?
guilty verdict cannot be delivered without sufficient evidence. In order to protect all parties involved, that is what our principles demand. My original assessment was that we lacked said evidence. But now, it seems the only remaining questions are the identities of the victims and the specific alchemical process used in this case.
Why the ha? Then we are in agreement. Oh, she's all happy. The evidence is conclusive. On the charges of the murder and unlawful disposal of human remains, the court finds the defendant guilty. The people in attendance appear shocked. No one can believe a kind and well-mannered person like Albedo could commit such a crime. Justice stipulates that those unsatisfied with the verdict will have time to submit an objection or appeal, but most appear hopeless in this moment. As you watch Albedo being taken back to the headquarters, you get a strange feeling that something hidden is about to come to light. It all comes back to the letter, a secret that you and Albedo know all too well, but the people of the Mondstadt have yet to discover.
Why would Albedo do something like that?
Eh?
This has
Albedo told me his secret once, that he was a synthetic human created through alchemy. Could I have something to do with this case? But what? Following in Reindar's steps, just he's an alchemical creation? That will only make him more suspicious. Well, this took a turn for the worse.
Rosaria! Oh, when did you get here?
She was here all the time, you silly. I've been here the whole time. I happen to have a message to pass along. For us? Yes, you needed a Star Snatch Cliff. He's waiting for you there.
Who is he?
He? Who he? You know when you get there. Go on, now. Time is like the wind. It awaits for no one. Okay, is this Albedo that we just saw a clone? A synthetic human as well? The current story seems to be related to your past adventures. You would like to quickly go over the review of those experiences? Yeah, I didn't play these events because I wasn't there back then. I know what happens, but Shadow amidst snowstorms. Review. You and Paimon went to Dragonspine to ask Albedo, who was conducting the research there, some questions about alchemy, only to encounter a series of strange events. Strange, soft noises echoing through the mountain that could not be traced. The ransacking and theft of alchemical notes at the campsite. Albedo disappeared after a chat outside a cave, but having no memory of the incident. At the same time, Eula encountered Albedo elsewhere in the mountain, attempting to lead a child away. He attacked Eula upon being discovered. You were able to confirm that the presence of a mysterious figure impersonating Albedo. A running battle ensued, ambushing and being ambushed, hunting and being hunted. In the end, Albedo eliminated the giant mutant whooper flower, posing as him. Yet, there were more than 2 people wearing that face on the mountain. Yep. Venti! Ah, hello, Paimon. I could hear a rival upon the wind. Were you looking for me?
Venti, did you send us that message?
No, I did.
Oh, okay. Alright. Who are you?
Whoa, where did you come from? Wait, Venti, do you know this guy? His name is, what is his name again?
Didn't think I was that unmemorable.
That is easy to remember.
Deacon of the Church of
Dahlia.
Barbados and Herald of the Animal Archon
Herald?
Barbados. Not gonna forget next time, right?
So, you called us here so we could meet with Venti.
That's right. I noticed you during the trial. The legendary honorary knight. You seem to have a lot of thoughts on your minds, so I thought we should have a chat.
Are we revealing the secrets of Albedo? Oh my god, the secrets of Albedo.
I am the Herald of Barbados. If the people of Mondstadt are in danger, I should keep the Animal Archon in the loop.
Wait then, you know about...
Yes.
About what? The fact that my tavern-hopping nomad of a friend is Barbados himself?
Don't worry, Dahlia and I are close. He knows everything! Besides, I got someone to communicate their will in a formal setting, and no one does better than Dahlia.
Not that I saw that coming when we first met. But back to the matter at hand. I believe you two already know about Albedo's background.
If you mean his true identity, then yeah, we do.
So, you know too, Venti? That's surprisingly Archon-like of you.
Well, I knew from the moment Reindauer and Alice brought Albedo to Mondstadt. When those two are in town, no one can afford to slack off. Oh my god. The Krede Prince. I'm so sorry. A perfect specimen of synthetic life. At this stage of the case, there are countless questions surrounding Albedo's motive. His true identity is a potential weakness.
A synthetic being loses control of their sanity and goes on a killing spree. That's how a novel would frame the story, and people are inclined to agree.
Albedo has told us before that humans often value the ordinary over the transcendent and miraculous.
And the slightest difference is perceived as other. A very common phenomenon.
So true, bestie. Which means, we need to find a way to help your friend. What do you know about the situation, Venti? Me? Well, I know that Albedo is a synthetic being, and that a lot of strange things have been happening in Mondstadt. Even though Windbloom should be about drinking and having fun.
We noticed that too! The minute we got here, something was off.
You share your observations with Venti and Dahlia.
I've picked up on most of those too. Miles is out of sorts. Beatrice seems anxious. Although I didn't know Donna stopped being interested in Master Diluc.
Oh my god, you have to. When no love remains, or the songs to tell, the world becomes naught but empty shell. Cruel is said fate, cruel it may be. Were it not for a hero who could set us all free.
What are you getting at, Tone Deaf Bard?
Yeah, making a poem in the middle of a serious topic. Just making a comment. There are always unavoidable trials in life. At least, that's what Barbados will say. A certain someone is going to need to overcome a trial like that. In such cases, even the Seven know better not to tamper with fate. If only there was a brave soul willing to aid their friend in his time of need. Should he meet alterable fate, all of Mondstadt could be worse for it.
If you wanted our help, you could have just asked, you know.
Well, even if Albedo was at the center of this case, protecting Mondstadt is part of being an honorary knight, right? You still have help, of course. Which is why I prepared a little surprise. Behold!
Paimon remembers
Don't worry, I'll remove the fuse, so it's not going to explode. Say hello to the Dodo communication device, yay!
this thing belongs to you now?
We're all pals. Don't think she'd care if I bother her for a few days. Anyways, this invention, with a little help from a trick of mine, will allow us to keep in touch. Just take it out and we can chat. We'll do our best to uncover the truth. That's all I ask. No matter what comes, you have to win on your side.
I suppose we're old pals too at this point.
Indeed, your companionship is like crystal linears in the air. Warm and familiar.
In all this time, I've never witnessed Lord Barbados approach anything in a serious manner. Perhaps this time, I'm in for something special.
No, he done that before. It's just that you didn't exist yet. Barbados? Serious? You give him too much credit.
Hardly. It's not blind faith, you know. I've always had unwavering belief in the Animo Archon.
Is that so? I wonder what Barbados thinks about that. Perhaps you should pray to him and find
Good
out.
idea. I'll tell him I still haven't deciphered his drunken musings from our 3 trips to the tavern last month. His wisdom is
Busted.
sure to reveal itself in time.
Oh, you know what? Forget about that. Forget about our Barbados, Dahlia. Treat me to a drink instead, and you wouldn't refuse me, would you?
A dear friend like you? Never.
Do you imagine Betty is taking advantage of his position as Barbados to get whatever she wants from Dahlia? I know you all must be shocked, but the evidence is solid. Albedo's situation is not looking
I
good.
still don't believe Albedo would do something like that. Using living people as alchemical test subjects? It's like something out of a novel.
Perhaps it's best for me to remain impartial, but I've worked with Albedo before. He's an alchemist, not a sadist.
Maybe he is. The recent events is as hard for me to accept as anyone. But Barca once said Albedo is very different from the rest. Oh, she doesn't know. Perhaps there's a thing that we still need to learn about him. Let's see what Albedo has to say for himself first. Would you mind giving me a moment, everyone? A pearl matter requires my attention.
Hey, Jean!
Billie Jean! Edo, Paimon. Perfect timing. Kaya has a favor to ask. As Jean said after the verdict, we have time to submit an appeal, and I will do my utmost to convince Albedo to accept. He's been acting strange, and I can't read him for the life of me. But I need you two to start investigating the case. Investigate the case? Yes. It's also time for you to get involved. Do you want us to join the investigation? No. We'd like you to launch an investigation of your own. I'll continue working on his defense in the meantime. If you find anything that might help his case, let me know. I know it's against the spirit of the season to ask you with this, but Albedo is just a trusted member of our ranks. We owe him the benefit of the doubt. Understood. I'll look into the case on my own. I know you'll get the point of this, Edu. You never failed us in our time of need. Why that's a foreshadowing?
But what if the accusations turn out to be true?
Then, you'll have done Mondstadt a great service all the time. I'm expecting a retrial. Until then, you're welcome to have to look around Albedo's office on the second floor. I'm counting on you.
Wait, Captain Kaya! Surely I can't just...
These two are here on Jean's order. She asked them to investigate Albedo's office.
Oh, in that case, head on in.
Also, I'm the ordinary knight. You're just... Aha. Yeah, see, I can condemn my insults. Except with Paimon because she deserves it.
Albedo's office. Pretty much
That's very
exactly how
cruel.
Paimon pictured it.
Alright, I have some work of my own, so I'll leave it to you. Good luck, you two.
Right back at ya.
Yeah. Oh my god, Kirby. Take a seat and investigate.
Alright, let's see what we can find.
Oh, okay. Let's start with left to right. Okay. Investigate the research notes. A bit of those notes lies on the table. They resemble the ones you've seen before, but the contents are different this time. As always, the penmanship is impeccable, careful and neat with certain elegance in its uniformity, much like the man himself. One of the notes reads, "Putrefaction should be regarded as a counter simulation to the process of life, like a highly efficient and destructive spell of rot. Upon use, the target will decay within an extremely short period of time, churning into dust that is nearly invisible to the naked eye before dissipating into the air." There's a test tube on the shelf with some black powder residue at the bottom. Next to Relight's neatly written note, "Chalk is the next stage after soil, but the current available materials are still inefficient to construct a stable structure."
Nope. No idea what that means. Not sure if it's too hard for Paimon or too hard for anyone outside
I mean,
the
there's
line of work.
chalk mentions in that event, isn't it? Investigate the lockbox on the desk. Ah, yes. It's locked. A lockbox on the desk. The large burst sign of wear, suggesting the importance of whatever lies within. The box likely remained locked most of the time, but now the lid remains wide open if its owner was forced to leave it in a hurry. Didn't have time to lock in it. Perhaps the letter intercepted by investigators once stored here. The remaining context shouldn't hold much weight as conclusive evidence, but you still get a strange feeling after reviewing them. In elegant penmanship, the letter reads, "In addition, I do happen to have some information on the subject of our last discussion. The materials are arcane information required for human transmutation." Transmutation? Oh god, Full Metal Alchemist. The information in these records likely originate from the Canrian of Art of Alchemia. The relevant documentation has not well maintained over time, so I cannot guarantee there are no errors or omissions. As thanks for your past assistance, I've enclosed the records with this letter, but that does not mean I support your pursuit of this research. Ethics aside, I'm not convinced that it's even possible to create a human whose existence is identical to your own. The idea that the dynamic of creator and creation could exist within the same species is cause of concern. Even with a talent like yours, I must urge to proceed with caution. The signature belongs to a familiar name, one that appears on the alchemy book nearby. You skim the preface and learn the author is an old and accomplished alchemist. This person is likely a friend from Albedo's academic circle, someone who owed Albedo a favor, but also urged him to refrain from conducting dangerous research.
Human
Is that a witch?
transmutation? Is Albedo seriously looking into that? Ooh, Paimon doesn't want to think about that.
Is that one of the Hexus circle? It doesn't look good. But this letter can't directly prove that Albedo did anything. Besides, a technique like that must be too dangerous to share with the public, right? That's why it wasn't brought up during the trial. There's a stack of books on the desk, mostly related to alchemy, environmental science, and life science. Some of the pages have been marked with alchemical symbols, and others have a shade or triangular symbols drawn on them. Any potential meaning is unclear.
Wow, these books are so fancy. Albedo must have gone to great lengths to get them.
Or create them. They look so Albedo coded. Why can I look at it again? Oh. After moving the book, the text looks almost empty. Your hands slip while moving the book, causing the hardcover of the book strike the desk. The resulting noise is a bit unusual. Huh? I mean, you could play this sound, you know? It's subtle, but to an experienced adventurer, it sounds too hollow. Almost like there's a compartment within the desk. Oh.
Wait, it looks like there's a hidden compartment under the desk.
Kinda convenient that Citroner just noticed like that. There does appear to be a compartment added to one side of the desk. It was very well hidden. The lock mechanism is complex and seems to involve elemental power in some way. Perhaps you could try using the power of Geo. The hidden compartment opens. Inside lies a piece of paper with more information. Festering is also a manifestation of rot. When festering forces and sufficient amount of life energy collide, two will repel each other, triggering a powerful side effect. When I tested this in a chemical experiment, the results of refinements were startling. Breaking through the shackles of life, the simulation of the Toho project. I was taking advantage of this opportunity.
The name of the project is blotted out in ink. What could it be?
Do not mention festering forces, which suggests that the Dragonspine could be involved somehow. If this has something to do with creating synthetic life, would Albedo go that far for one of his experiments? No, that can't be. A bit to the nose in the map, a few markings on it. Two of the marked locations correspond to the crime scenes, and the third appears to be in Dragonspine. Oh, we have to go there. It's a hard pill to swallow, but if the results of the joint investigations are correct, there could be a body hidden in the last location, or at least were remains of one.
Huh. What does this mean?
I said objects exploring.
Do you think something might also be buried at the last location? Alright, that seems to be it for this place.
Yeah, don't shit.
Go tell Jean what we found.
No shit, Paimon, no shit. Oh. Totoko. Hey, I remember. I still remember. Nice.
Oh,
that made me happy.
Going? Let's answer.
How's the investigation going? Find anything?
Oh, we found stuff, alright. Stuff that only makes Albedo look even more suspicious.
I see. So, Albedo's research is something that doesn't help with the case, huh? With his case, huh? Huh? You sure what you learned with Venti? No promising. We should be grateful Albedo's identity remains hidden. If he gets out that he's one of the Rheindaughters' creation, there will be no separating him from her past. As we both know, Rheindaughters' approach to alchemy and ethics were pure madness. The evidence that you just found, let's just say it could convince even the closest to him of his guilt. Perhaps even you. I don't think the handwriting was faked. Then it comes down to trust. Do you trust Albedo? Absolutely I do.
Yeah, he's our friend. We should keep the faith. And if he really is the culprit, he must have had a reason, right? Maybe he's just not allowed to talk about it. Yeah, that must be it.
Either way, a fair investigation means coming to conclusion presented by the facts. Does that mean Venti no longer believes in him? I mean, it's kind of hard to believe, to be honest. It's just, I am believing it, but man, nothing is helping, nothing is going to his favor. Remaining objective has its own value. Remember, none of this is your fault. Just report back with an honest assessment of the facts.
Yeah. Well, let's go find Jean and tell her what we learned.
What if I don't want? Hello?
Hey, that's Miles. What's he doing here?
Oh, sorry. I heard voices and wasn't sure if I should check who was inside.
It's okay. We're here on Jean's orders.
Ah, I see. I'll, leave you to it then.
Hold on. You didn't hear what we were saying, did you?
Oh, not really. Nothing that made sense anyway.
Well, do us a favor and just forget anything you might have heard, okay?
He won't.
Oh, sure. You got it.
He's the sauciest of the sauce.
In the hidden compartment seems important. We should check out the marked locations.
Oh, we should go now? Okay.
We
Oh.
should be getting close.
Oh,
Oh, look over there. Something seems off.
very off. Carefully examine the ground. Although everything is covered in snow, as seasoned adventurer, you notice a spot of the ground that looks quite different from its surroundings. You remove the sun and find a sizable hole underneath, large enough to fit a human body. The hole is completely empty, and surrounding markings make it look like something was dug up. Did an animal do this, or some monster?
Weird. There's a hole, but no body. The prosecution's argument is that Albedo used alchemy to destroy the bodies, but this location is different from the other two. Why not fill the hole or smooth out the ground like the other places?
If one person did all this, why not remove the tracers like the others? And if Albedo isn't the one responsible, why this location parking these notes? Return to the Knights of Favonius. Doubts swirling in your mind. You're back. Did you find anything?
Yeah, but none of it helps Albedo's case.
You told Gina about the findings from Albedo's office. I see. A complicated result, but your efforts are appreciated. Did Albedo submit an appeal? Yes. He asked for retrial. But there's still questions surrounding the identities of the victims and disappearance of the bodies. The minimal remains that were uncovered have been set for forensic analysis, which should provide some answers. It's just...
What's wrong?
If the victims turns out to be Mondstadt citizens, the situation will become the more serious. The second trial will likely have to be open to the public, and I doubt public sentiment will be Albedo's favor.
Yeah, not when the charges are so serious. Hmm.
The second trial is set to take in 2 days. Oh, I hope you consider attending this one as well.
Of course, we'll be there. In the meantime, we should all just stay positive.
Your mom. Well said. Then, time comes, I'll carry out my duty from the best of my ability. You're spied again? Miles. Miles per hour. You two. You two. Let me know you're ready, and we'll head out. Ready? Alright. Follow me. And I have drift. Oh yeah. Ladies and gentlemen, now we are convened for the second trial against Mr. Albedo. I, Jean Gonendil, will once again oversee the proceedings. The representatives of both sides remain unchanged, and Mr. Dahlia will continue to serve as assessor. Ms. Herta represents the prosecution, and Mr. Gaia speaks on behalf of the defense. The defendant in this case is Mr. Albedo, captain of the investigation team. With that, now I bring this trial to order. Everyone sits. Oh, Donna's here now. Miss Herta, have the investigators made any new discoveries?
Yes. We sent the teeth and the femur bone found at the scene to the church's medical office, and were able to conclude that these are, in fact, human remains. In addition, the investigators were able to identify several Mondstadt citizens who appear to have been missing for quite some time. Forensic analysis of the remains allowed us to pinpoint the age and gender of the deceased. Interestingly, one of the missing individuals matches that profile to a T. The medical office couldn't spare the personnel, so Miss Rosaria is here to present the results to the court.
Handsome man, male, 46 years old, marital status single, occupation hunter. Consistent with the conclusion in the last trial, his disappearance went unreported, likely to the lack of relatives. Additional medical records show he sustained a mechanism-related injury his leg 3 years ago. The damage of the femur bone Mr. Dillock found is consistent with such an injury. Therefore, we can conclude that one of the victims in this case is Hanselman. A specialized technique was likely used to accelerate the rate of decomposition.
Is it reasonable to assume this technique to be alchemical in nature?
Alchemical or magical, both are possible.
Thank you for your testimony.
The identity of one of the victims is now confirmed. But what about the defendant's motive?
Why he hates Hasselman?
Considering what he wrote in the letter, we can deduce that the defendant needed subjects for an alchemy experiment. Who better than individuals whose disappearance would go unnoticed? In other words, he sacrificed the good people of Mondstadt for his own gain. A truly vile act. In addition, another witness has agreed to testify. Miss Donna,
there you go.
Would.
Now Donna's here. Another one, huh?
Wait, Donna from the flower shop?
I'm sorry it took so long for me to come forward. But the night Master Diluc saw Mr. Albedo, I was there too.
Donna, were you following the look?
I was camping with a friend and we decided to stop near Dragonspine. I couldn't really get comfortable that night, so around dawn, I decided to go for a walk. And that's when I saw Master Diluc. I thought it might be nice to, chat. So I headed in his direction and then I saw it. Someone at the bottom of the cliff was getting rid of a body. I was terrified the person might see me. Even after I fled, I couldn't shake that fear. And I started to wish I never had a crush on Master Diluc in the first place.
Well, confessing that in the middle of a court? Well, this is a private court.
To talk to him, I would never have been in that situation. Well, I didn't want to come forward because I was scared. But Miss Hertha convinced me it was the right thing to do. I'm sorry it took me so long.
Or Donna. I see. Just step before was brave enough, Miss Donna. The court thanks you for your courage and commitment to justice.
Yes. Thank you.
The two witnesses corroborate the same sequence of events. That just leaves the question of how the defendant disposed of the bodies.
I believe the answer lies in the alchemical technique mentioned in the letter. The defendant is the most accomplished alchemist in Mondstadt. He has the skill, no question.
A special investigator also concluded some relevant evidence on that subject. I will not present it to the court.
Wait, does she mean...
The evidence was found in Albedo's office. The following are pieces of evidence uncovered in Mr. Albedo's office. The most important one of which is this map. Yep. The map was found with the defendant's notes. The markings correspond with the description in the letters and locations of the crime scenes. Does this map belong to you? Yes. Were you the one who marked these locations? Yes. You do realize that's basically an admission of guilt, don't you? The evidence against you is nearly insurmountable. No! Since you have covered a compartment, I might as well expand on that matter.
We have witnesses and physical evidence. What could you possibly say in your defense?
What I always have, I never killed a single person.
You have some nerve. Saying that when the evidence is stacked against you?
Miss Hertha, you presented a meticulous and convincing case. I'll give you that. But I will not admit to something I didn't do.
So, what? You're just going to bombard the court with excuses?
That's a relative Mrs. way to refer to an innocent man speaking on his own defense. Besides, I'm not making excuses. I'm exercising patience.
That won't make the charges against you disappear, Mr. Albedo.
Patience for what? Perhaps not. But patience comes with its own reward. It's easy for things to remain buried in snow, until someone comes along and brushes it away. Albedo seems serious, but faced. Does that mean he really didn't do anything untoward? He mentioned brushing out the snow. That's supposed to be a hint? Yeah, I was thinking about the snow hole. If it wasn't a hint, it must have something to do with Dragonspine, which reminds me, one of the locations marked on the map was found in Dragonspine, wasn't it? Edu, you were the one who uncovered the notes, right? And I'm assuming you visited their location marked in the map as well. Yes. Can you tell us what you found? Nothing! You know your head, it gives an honest account of the scene you found on Dragonspine. I don't know why that sounded funny for me. Whatever was kept in the hole was gone, and the surrounding area bore the markings of the known creature. With everything covered in snow, no one knew there was something to discover in the first place.
Then, there must also have been a body.
I need to think about this. What clues am I missing? The second murder location is between Dragonspine and Dawn Winery, where Diluc sub Albedo buried the body of an adult male. Diluc described the same events as Beatrice. There's no reason for him to collude against Albedo, so their testimony should be trustworthy. Diluc found found teeth and a femur bone on the scene, and Donna confirmed his version of the events because she was also there that night. The two should have no reason to set up Albedo up, despite her crush. Duna wouldn't lie about something like that just to get Diluc's attention. Not to mention, Duna has been acting strange since before the trial. The human remains. According to the forensic results, the teeth and femur bone belong to Mondstadt citizen, and the witness account suggests that Albedo was the last person to come into contact with his body. Did Albedo really use alchemy to reduce the body to a few bones? And does that mean he's a killer? The third location marked in Dragonspine. We only knew about it because we found it on the map hidden compartment. During an investigation, Paimon and I discovered a hole beneath the snow, big enough to hide a human body. There were also claws marks around the outside, but there was no body or any remains whatsoever. The human no, with the first. Because the thing with the first is the mention of chlorine and use of magic. I mean, I guess you could use the second, but the chlorine I think is the most important piece. But the difference between the marked locations. Albedo marked these 3 locations on the map and found in hidden compartment. There are some similarities and differences between them. Based on what we know, all 3 locations were likely used to hide bodies. The hole dug in each area certainly seems big enough. But unlike the first 2 locations, there were claw marks around the hole in the 3rd location. There are no witnesses saw anything happen there. Dragonspine is home of all manners of monsters and wild animals. Could some kind of creature have dug up the body? But why wasn't that the case in the other locations? The marks didn't look fresh, which means the whole of the 3rd location has been there longer than the other 2. But if the whole of the 3rd location wasn't made around the same time, does that mean it's connected to a separate incident? Dragonspine ecosystem. Dragonspine has a frigid climate and is covered in snow all year round. Even so, it's home to various monsters and creatures that can withstand the cold. They painted the mountain lies the remains of the mysterious dragon Durin. Although the dragon has been dead for a long time, he still possesses a peculiar life energy. Now that I think about it, a lot of strange things have happened on the Dragonspine. Yeah, no shit. Albedo's identity. Most people know Albedo is the alchemist of the capital investigation team. But in truth, he's the greatest prince, a synthetic human created by one of the 5 sinners, called Right Daughter. Albedo is steadfast, intelligent, and treats everyone with kindness and respect. I think most people will agree with that assessment. He's also a calculated thinker. It's fair to say that if he did commit a crime, it will likely be well concealed. Up until now, Albedo has never displayed any ill will toward humanity, and he also still seems to be like his normal self. As his friend, I shouldn't reveal the truth about his identity. That will make things worse. The dragons. I don't know how this is related, but sure. Wait. I think I know how. I think why. Encounters on Dragonspine. I almost forgot. Paimon and I once encountered someone in Dragonspine who looked exactly like Albedo, and we're the only ones. Oh, so we're going with the Whopper flower thingy? Wait a second. Someone who looks exactly like him. Are we going with the Whopper flower thing? I'm guessing Albedo has a plan, so I should help him out. But what does he want me to do? And start breaking the case? No, I should play it safe. Since I made the honest assessment of the facts, I should be honest about my doubts, too. It's only fair. Besides, I think I understand what Albedo was trying to tell me just now. I'd like to address the court, if I may. I was the one who investigated the office, and believe the results raised a few questions. Regarding to the 2 cases addressed in the previous trial, it was established that, after disposing of the bodies, the defendant used alchemy to restore the ground to its original state. But that wasn't the case with the 3rd location. The hole was still there, with dirt scattered around the perimeter. It looks more like something has been dug up. If that was done by one person, why wasn't the 3rd scene given the same treatment as the others? Or why were the traces removed? In addition, the markings around the 3rd location weren't fresh, which suggests that the Dragonspine incident happened at a different time. For those reasons, I believe there's still reasonable doubt in this case, and I hope the verdict reflects that. Thank you. As good as ever, Edu.
Questions there may be, but allow me to point out. There is no evidence to suggest that anyone besides the defendant knew about the 3rd location. And the map was found in his notes. That fact alone makes him the most plausible suspect. Unless Mr. Albedo suddenly plans to deny that the map belongs to him.
Allow me to respond to Edu's point. If all I cared was proving my innocence, I will indeed do as you described, Miss Herta, and deny any connections to that map. But that is not what I intend to do. The map does belong to me. And I did hide things from of these 3 locations. They were indeed bodies of each location, and I did kill and bury someone in Dragonspine Albedo.
Ha! So you admit it. Let the record reflect that the defendant has confessed to his crimes.
You're mistaken, Miss Herta. The story doesn't end there. Eula? Oh, okay, I see. Some time ago, I encountered an invited guest on Dragonspine, someone who wanted to take advantage of the deserted nature of the region to eliminate me in secret. He decided to kill me and led to the altercation where I killed him instead, and buried the body on the mountain. On the 3rd location marked on the map, oh!
Actually, the traveler Amber Bennett and I were with Albedo that day.
What's buried there?
The Adventurers Guild was holding an event on Dragonspine. After it ended, we all left the area. If the person Albedo is referring to is different from the one we encountered on the mountain, then the altercation must have occurred after we left.
This only proves that the defendant is guilty on all counts. Those innocent people.
Yeah, but that wasn't a people.
Their blood is on your hands.
No, you're wrong.
You deny it? After admitting to murder for the whole court?
Let him yap!
You've clearly lost your mind.
If you let me finish, Miss Herta, I could get to the most important part. The man who attacked me in Dragonspine was my hate, with blonde hair and blue eyes, dressed in clothes nearly identical to mine. So, someone who happens to look exactly like you? Exactly like him. So I was right. It does come back to what happened back then.
It's one thing to look similar, but for the clothes to be the same?
What's going on? I don't want to be here anymore.
Regardless, the important thing is that you admit to killing someone on
Yeah,
Dragonspine.
but... Yes, I killed someone that day. Someone who looked nearly identical to me. But I never said that someone was a person. I see. Then it appears I need to withdraw my testimony.
What?
Everyone! I brought her!
Who?
Wait, you...
The person who just came in, isn't that Hertha?
Oh! What's going on?
Who are you? Why do you wear my face?
Oh!
Hello to you too.
A calmer looking Herta. As you can see, this is Herta, the logistics captain of the Knight of
I
Favonius.
see what's going on here. It's all been leading up to this, hasn't it? Your confession. It was all an elaborate stunt to set me up.
I mean, it was kind of suspicious, Herta, like going full, like, yeah, you're the culprit. But this changes everything.
You want to undermine my credibility? Fine. It doesn't eliminate the mountain of evidence stacked against you. All I want is justice for the people of Mondstadt.
Order in the court. I've been stationed in Dragonspine all these years because that is where the subject of my research lies. The dragon Durin. Several hundred years ago, the dragon of East, the Valin, defeated Durin in a battle and with the help from Barbados, sealed his remains on Dragonspine. Durin was created through alchemy, one of the finest specimens of artificial life. As such, death was the true end for him. His heart still beats and grows more revitalized by the day, yeah? My imposter on Dragonspine was a failed specimen abandoned in Durin's stomach. And successful installation of Homunculus project. Wait, you're revealing too much.
Homunculus?
Are you trying to insinuate that I'm some kind of... homunculus? Because it looks to me like the artificial one is standing right there. Some kind of imposter you dragged in from Dragonspine. So this is what I look like when I fly off the handle. You know, they say imitation is the best form of flattery. But your impersonation has overstayed its welcome. Master Jean, what are you waiting for? We've known each other for so long. You recognize the real me, don't you?
Elbows, what she's going to say. The two of you look identical, but judging based on the demeanor, the new rebel actually seems more like the Herta I know.
That means nothing. saying? By that logic, I could just as easily accuse the Albedo in this room of being an imposter. How do we know he isn't
Imposter
the fake
among
one?
us.
A cold-blooded killer who replaced the real Albedo long ago.
How long ago?
Then, how about something only the real Hertha would know? The
Oh.
longest scar on my body. The knights who fought alongside me that day should remember where it is.
Uh-oh.
I remember. Let's hear your answer.
Uh-oh.
I'd like to hear Miles answer first.
Huh? Oh?
You don't know? Or you don't remember? I heard you've been acting strange these days. You were
disoriented,
closer to
huh?
me than anyone during that battle. And yet you don't remember a thing. Strange indeed.
No, my head. It hurts.
The scar is right here.
In her arm. Why the nurse? I can imagine this comes as a surprise. Unless your informant in the Knights of Favonius failed to mention the scar on Herta's left arm.
Albedo has done a lot of research into beings like you. If you deny it, then show us your arm.
Don't need to panic. Get used at it now. You excel at changing your experience, don't you? Or I should say, all spawn of Jurin's life force have that ability. A powerful life force, an appearance that can change at will. Yet, here you stand, formless one, paralyzed to act. Because you're worried using that power could affect your accomplices. Accomplices? Then Miles must be one of them. There are others too. Most of the beings under the influence of Durin's life force have gathered here, and yet their presence is what impedes her from taking action. Once you attempt to transform all who surround you full effect by the power, you can control it. Because in this network of living beings, you serve as the core.
Show us your arm. Ugh! Have it your way!
Whoa!
Oh.
Come on, let's go.
Oh. I mean, you have a lot of
They're shielding the imposter!
you have a lot of people with elemental powers. Well, let's see, you guys use this actually. She's trying to get away. Stop her! Don't let her stand in your way.
There are others trying to get in. Must be more people under her control.
Oh boy. Time to get moving, everyone.
Whoa! She just leaped across the room!
No.
After her.
It's time. All units move out. Third company, keep the imposter's tail. We finally have to change the talk, but before I explain the events for the past few days, I'd like to make a few things clear. First, I never killed one of my fellow citizens, and I never used human remains as part of an alchemical experiment. Second, the events of the past few days were all part of the plan. Most of the members of our order were on it. As for the witnesses, Master Diluc picked out the situation long before today's proceeding. Wow, that's a quite bold plan. kinda convenient also. Indeed, follow me. Oh wow.
What? How are there monsters in the city?
There are monsters for Dragonspine. An attack is imminent, but fear not. We've been preparing for this. We've been monitoring the resurrection of Jurin's life force. Its festering nature agitated these monsters. We knew it was only a matter of time before they abandoned Mondstadt. And so, we made preparations for an inevitable battle. I was hoping you two could join me and provide assistance in the battle to
Of
come.
course. Where's our first stop?
The tower? The top of the city wall.
Master Jean, headquarters should be secure for now. We responded in time and had enough manpower. We can even spare some for mobile support across the region.
Good. Our intelligence suggests that the monsters from Dragonspine could be disguised as monster citizens. Be sure to exercise caution. Huh? In my divination revealed there's also regular people under influence of some strange power. Not all of them are monsters. Yes, so those people. The aim is subdue, not harm. Before you attack, make sure to figure out what they're dealing with.
Understood.
They ran away. Ah, perfect timing, Edu. I was hoping you three could form a mobile unit to help respond to various threats in the area. It's been a while, Edu. I'm also here to help. Jin and I are going to remain here to monitor the situation. we'll leave the other locations to you. Don't worry, my scry glass doesn't show the slightest chance of failure. Victory will be ours. Then everyone dies! Well, we have a lot. Oh, wow. There's a lot of points to consider. There's optional objectives. I'm sure I'm gonna do that. Do you think I'm not a completionist?
Captain Albedo, honorary knight, and your floating companion.
Some of the people around here are acting strange. Be careful.
Come on, Daniel, it's your to be DPS. Okay, that's it? Nope, there's a slime there. Trapped.
Thanks for the help. I don't think we could have managed that on our own.
I hope everyone's alright. We really appreciate the help.
Well, it's just simple monsters. We can deal with this. So there's not like a massive invasion scale. Another war. Oh, Venti. You're not the place I want. No, oh god. No, wait. What did the others? No. Shit. Someone's coming. Help me, please. Someone help me.
What's with the freak out? It's just us.
Ah, perfect. I can drop the act then. Sorry, I thought you were regular citizens. It's about time I think we proceed as planned. I agree. Although it's been a while since I dealt with something this big. It's going to be pretty exhausting. Don't worry, I'll treat you to a drink for trouble. Just what I wanted to hear.
So, these two know the other's identity then?
People can make new friends when we are not here, you know. Monsters are resurging from Dragonspine during the trial. They still became agitated, likely in response to the core coming under pressure. Still, I never expect those monsters to have become this advanced. The power of evolution cannot be underestimated, especially considering the fact that Turing absorbed the previous imposter.
Wait, so what about the map? And the missing bodies?
What the witnesses saw was true. I did hide those bodies. As I monitored the situation on Dragonspine, I noticed many who ventured there came back different. They were under the influence of Turing's power, but the less fortunate ones had already been devoured by monsters, who then assumed their appearance to infiltrate the city. Most of those who were replaced had no close relatives, so when their behaviors changed, there was no one to notice. Those monsters used their disguise to get close to the people I eliminated through attempts to attack.
What about the remains D-Luke found? Did they belong to one of the victims?
Yes, the monsters slowly digest their victims. Sometimes they even left bodies behind, left body parts to aid the transformation. All that remained of the first victim was strands of hair, and the second some teeth and bone. The only bodies Albedo destroyed were the monster's mimic forms. Then he buried whatever remained of the victims to put them to rest. Well, some had to do it. Besides, I managed to gather some valuable data on the putrefaction of the bodies. After we defeated the doppelganger Wobbleflower and Dragonspine, we promised to tell each other a story, remember? You told me the story of a Grenadier, I remember. I'm glad. Now you remember what I told you about the Subject 2? In his pursuit to replace Subject 1, he transformed a Wobbleflower into Subject 3. So there was another imposter Dragonspine that day. Yes, Spado? Yes, that will be Subject 2. I confronted him and buried his body on Dragonspine. Oh, out of screen, okay. So you see, at one point, there was something hidden in the hole you found. But Turing is becoming more revitalized by the day, under the influence of his power. The monster dug up Subject 2's body and returned it to Doran's stomach. Doran's absorbed the failed creation along with the knowledge on the way of thinking. Ever since then, all creatures spawned from his power and had the ability to transform their appearance. Humans who venture in Dragonspine for too long are also bound to fall under Durin's influence. But those effects don't show themselves right away, and the extent to which a person has been affected is hard to perceive. You saw it yourself, didn't you? All the people acting strange. Those are the same people who tried to break into the Alliance Favoni's headquarters. Durin's power remained dormant within them until finally it surged to the surface in his control. That was also our goal. If we could force a situation where the imposter had no choice but to unleash the power, all those under the influence will become violent, and thus, we will know who was affected.
Wait, so what do we do? We can't go around hurting innocent people.
That's why I'm here. It will make me look bad if I just laze around after promising to help. We'll use the power of the anemo to restrain them for now. That should give the knights the chance to subdue them without harm. A specialized team will deal with them later. Alright, that's the long and short of the situation. You said to activate that thing, right? Yes! So, If there's a little secret other people should know, ahem, my identity, for example, keep it for yourself, okay? Alright, this shall do it. Wind. Guess he's Celestia.
Wind currents? Paimon's never seen this many.
There should be now wind currents across this whole city. Everyone, can you hear me? Oh wow, loud and clear. All units, what's your status?
Good. We have enough manpower to provide support. Requesting assistance at the side gate. Heading over now.
Whoa! It's long-distance wind communication!
What the fuck?
How's that even possible?
It's all thanks to Lord Barbados. With this blessing, we will succeed in defeating our city. Actually, if you face away from the current and whisper like this, no one can hear you.
No wonder you're crouching down there like you have something to hide.
You didn't have to broadcast that. Exactly.
That voice. Venti? Is that you?
Oops.
Stupid. Ah, you know, it's just wandering bar chilling, calling for your help. Thank goodness I do Paimon and Albedo found me. Got me out of the tough spot. Ah, right. Now that you're okay, we should check the status of the other areas. Thanks, friend. May the animal Archon protect you. Oh. I got this covered here. Oh, we see like a cinematic of the entire battle. Oh, Sucrose. I don't expect to see something like this. Gaia in the reach. I like to be in the middle like this, especially in a bridge. Oh, look who it is. Get back! Oh, hell yeah. Phew, that was a close one. I suppose things are in order, Master Diluc. I appreciate the help. No need. I didn't intervene to save you. It was for my own inconvenience. You were in the way. Oh well, let me get on straight with your hair, then. I suppose we could work together, but you will just melt my eyes anyways. Yeah, but melts it's good damage. Suit yourself. Alright, tell me, when did you notice something was off? The first trial. Ah, because of the fake Hertha. No, because of you. Me? What did I do? My defense wasn't passionate enough? No, you were nervous enough. Tell me then, Master Diluc, when do you think I actually get nervous? I suppose we'll see, won't we? Monsters incoming. A second thought, best not think about it. Yeah, the brothers. Oh, hell yeah!
Free.
There you go.
They're over there! Diluc, Kaya!
I don't want to help the other people in optional missions, but I didn't notice I was going to the progression. If you had time to make out here, how can the other areas are secure?
What? We can't be here because we care?
Maybe it was just the closest spot to the city gate. Maintaining control over the main road means maintaining control over the battle as a whole. You made the right choice.
So what's the status over here?
All under control. Don't worry, my trusted civilian volunteer and I have this area covered. I think you mean the man who held the title of cavalry captain before you. We don't have to bring that up. Oh yeah, he used to be part of the infamous news. Well, keep up the good work. We'll go to check out the status on the other locations. Good luck. Oh, and I wanted to thank you for what you said in the court. If I'm not mistaken, you were on my side by the end. Ha, believe me, he had his suspicions since the first trial. I suppose I just didn't feel right to believe that someone who helped me in the past could be a cold-blooded killer.
Aw, that's so sweet.
Thank you for trusting me and for choosing to fight alongside us. As for you, Kaya, good work as always. We'll see you soon. Of course, stay safe. We're going to see the full cinematic again? Yep. Oh, Fisher Oswald! Nah, Procure will not talk to them. What about Rosaria? Oh, hey. Oh, what was the noise? Get close to healing yourself. Yeah, we're healing with the power of music.
Let's dance.
Oh my god, the original Lawrence guy. Oh, sorry, guy. Maybe I could just watch you. Maybe this. Maybe they didn't program to. Nah, I had to wait. There. All right. You should be on the mend.
Thank you so much, Miss Barbara. Things are still quite chaotic outside. It's best if you all remain inside the cathedral for now.
You're not rushing back to the front line, are you? You're still injured.
Don't worry, Miss Barbara. I'll try not to put myself in harm's way. I can help with the logistics from the back.
Well, maybe we can give you a hand. As you said, the situation outside is chaotic. Angel's party should not be left unattended. There are others who needs to get back to the front lines. So I'll escort you all myself.
Thank you, Miss Rosaria.
Just doing my job. I'll leave the trailer to you then, Barbara. You can count on me. I don't really know how all of this started, but I do know that Jean and the others have been preparing for this for a really long time. So I think everything will be alright. No, has to be. Did I catch you a bad time, Barbara? No, the sisters. Not at all. Do you need something? I just wanted to tell you over the past few days, a lot of things are going to happen in Mondstadt. Attacks and fighting. So I need you to take care of yourself. Huh? How do you know? Albedo warned us in advance. It has something to do with Dragonspine. And he is our authority in that region. So we should take him on his word. Dragonspine, huh? So the city is going to be in danger? Yes, but the Knight of Favonius will do whatever we can to protect the people. But then, who will protect you? Oh, don't worry. I'll look out for myself. I promise. Please, let them be okay out there. Sister Barbara, will you lend me a hand? Of course! Coming! Oh, she cared for her sister. Oh, Noel! Oh, yeah! The strongest mate in the world. Benito! You're bringing bad luck to that girl, by the way. Amber, Mika! They're here! Prepare for fight! Oh my god! Everyone! Incoming monsters at 11 o'clock! Looks like we got 25 Helichurls, 2 Blazing Axe Beta Churls, and a bunch of different slimes. Prepare elemental countermeasures. Roger that. Hey, ow, ow. I mean, this is probably the worst team to use. Yeah, this is probably the worst combination to use. It wasn't because the Amber is still a lot of charge damage. It will be very slow.
All units are now in position.
Hertha! Ugh, geez, your voice scared me just now.
What? Still caught up in the imposter incident? I thought you knew about the plan.
Well, after you up and disappeared one day, all Master Jean told me was that you'd be gone for a while on an important mission, and that it'd be better if people thought you were dead. And then,
wow.
What do you know? Someone who looks exactly like you appears out of nowhere 2 days later. If Master Jean hadn't told me about your mission, I would have fallen for it hook, line, and sinker.
Yeah, that was quite a scary thought. I get chills just think about it. A monster replaces someone close to you and you're none the wiser? Don't worry, once it's over, these monsters won't be a threat to us again. Albedo, are you okay? The trial hasn't too hard on you, was it? I'm sorry I couldn't be there, I was worried. Same here. I thought it was all real at one point. I was in complete shock. So you didn't know Amber? Then it seems that Eula did an excellent job keeping the situation under wraps. And no need to worry, you two. I'm no worse for wear. That sounds like Eula. Alright. She like an impenetrable wall. That one. You're not getting a secret out of her.
Yeah, for sure. She's someone you can really count on.
Wait, so how did you decide Hertha should disappear again? After all this fighting, I can't seem to get it straight.
It was Kaya's first suggestion. He said the plan would work the best with someone well known and irreplaceable without being too high profile. Naturally, Miss Hertha was the perfect choice. We needed to leave a hole in our organization, so she came up with the idea that she would disappear. So that explains the rumor that someone had fallen during the mission. Of course, it didn't take long to get resolved. No, because the imposter fell right on our trap. It was all part of the plan. First, we spread the rumor that Hertha was missing in action after some kind of incident. The news that comes from Kaya and Herta directly direct subordinates, which was important because we needed to be credible. The imposters had the gap in our ranks and couldn't help to take the bait. It didn't take long for the fake Herta to appear on the next patrol's route, claiming to have survived her mission.
When did that happen?
Over 6 months ago.
Wow.
Whoa, so this has been a long time in the making.
Yes, and our enemy was more meticulous than we expected. Monsters have been searching for Herta's body in order to protect the imposter's identity, which is a more advanced way of thinking that subject too. So we had to wait long enough to convince the fake Herta that she had our trust. Furthermore, we need to give her the time to gather evidence against me and convince herself that she had enough to strike.
Wait, how did the Knight's internal information even reach Durin and his monsters?
There's an informant among our ranks.
Don't worry, Barbato already tracks her down. She doesn't have his blessing, so she can hear what we were talking about right now.
Honestly, this whole situation almost gave Paimon a heart attack. All those awful accusations in the first trial, and you couldn't even defend yourself!
It was to be expected. I couldn't just reveal the truth. I had to be at the right moment, or it would have given the imposter even more fuel to use against me. She would have demanded to know how I knew about Dragonspine and the monsters in disguise. That's something weird. In disguise. And if my true identity go out, the public trust in me will be gone. It was a trap, you see. Argue back and expose my origins, or keep a mouth shut, or seen as a murderer. Credit where credit is due. It was well thought out.
Yeah, thank goodness we were able to back her into a corner.
Indeed, and I have to thank you for that, Traveler. You probably don't know it, but you've been part of the plan since the beginning. Me? But I didn't even know there was a plan. And for that, you have my sincere apologies. I know I kept you in the dark, but I had a reason. It might not sound intuitive, but I did it to make the plan even stronger. For the beginning, I knew I had to leave letters in the office for a fair, independent reader to discover. Someone willing to seek the truth. Naturally, I thought of you. I knew you would return from Windbloom. I knew you would agree to attend the trial. And I knew your sense of responsibility as justice as an ordinary knight will compel you to start your own investigation. The fake Herta, subject 2, has met you in Dragonspine before. If she thought even you had lost faith on me, her confidence might get the best of her. The perfect time for us to strike. Albedo's right. You were part of our plan from the start. I hope you don't get offense on our decision that kept that from you. And please, don't be too hard on Albedo. He was just doing his best and look out for Mondstadt. Enough people were involved in the plan as it is. We had no other choice. The honorary knight and Paimon will always be friends with Mondstadt. We will never forget that. Yay!
That means a lot.
In that case, thank you for thinking of me. It was an honor to take part. It is us should be taking you, honorary knight.
Wait, was that you just now? Let's go to the side gate to check it out.
Alright, but first I want to talk with other people. I step outside the courtroom, and this is the first thing I see. I'm not sure how much more I can take. I'm not brave enough.
I think you should give yourself more credit. You were brave enough to sit through the
She didn't notice that Dahlia was there.
The nature of the allegations.
Oh, he's there.
That takes.
Deacon Dahlia? I didn't see you there.
Apologies. Rosaria asked me to come. With Albedo running around protecting the city, she was worried you might be alone. At a time like this, 2 is much better than 1. So let me help.
Oh, thank you. I didn't think Miss Rosaria even remembered me.
Of course she does. She spent all that time monitoring Albedo. It's only natural that she remembers his most dedicated student.
That's true. Oh yeah. So, after all of this, I thought Mr. Albedo's identity would be a secret, huh? Not the higher-ups, at least. Secrets knows about that?
As far as I know, he shared that information with close members of his order long before these events.
Huh?
Perhaps I spoke too soon. You do scare easily.
Sorry. I guess I didn't expect Miss Albedo to just reveal it like that.
I'm sure he felt the time was right. Besides, you know the truth. I know the truth. It doesn't change anything, right?
When Mr. Albedo told me in the library a few days ago, okay, I was pretty shocked. But more than that, I was amazed.
Not afraid?
No, not afraid. I trust in knowledge and science. I trust in Mr. Albedo as person. I just noticed, Deacon. There aren't any wind currents around us.
We lucked out on that front. Otherwise, that conversation would have been for the whole city to hear.
Huh, that's how it works. That could have been embarrassing. Lisa, Razor! Oh, it's fight! Cutie!
It's you.
Yeah, something, Lupical. It's been a while since I unleashed my lightning during Windbloom.
It happened a lot before?
Unleash lightning on people? No. Once in a while, maybe. It sure feels good to let loose, though. My old professor wrote to me about a few days ago. Of course, I make sure to emphasize that I always treat others with kindness. It's only natural for a student to inherit their teacher's way. After all, and mine was a gentle old man from the Spantomat school. So you see, this time I use more subtle methods of electrocution. So gentle, every gym will have no reason to intervene.
Gentle electrocution.
You seem in good spirits, Miss Lisa. Well, it's good to move about every once in a while. Noel! Get an Albedo, ordinary night! Thanks for the help. Okay, that's kinda funny. Thanks for the help. That was over a lot faster than I expected. I'm sure you have places to be, so don't let me keep you. Rest assured, I keep the rest of the people around here safe. Be careful out there. I know victory will be ours.
Gotta say, when I
Bennett,
saw you on the
your
side
voice.
of the road, I thought you were hurt. Not about to whack me in the head.
Oh gosh, I'm so sorry about that. I was trying to run away, but I just couldn't keep going, so I pretended to be unconscious. Thought I could at least land a surprise hit on a monster that way.
I get it. That's a pretty common tactic. Oh.
Well, your bad luck will at least was given to you.
You're here.
Looks like this person could use some help. We'll search for a place to keep civilians out of dangers. This area appears to be secure, so remain here in the meantime. We will back with an update.
Sounds like a plan.
Huh, these darn things are more annoying than disgusting bus sounds. Albedo, Edu, if you run into anyone who needs a safe place to wait this out, feel free to send them to the Cat's Tail. I'll be here to watch everything, so the tavern will be safe. Thank you, Diana. We will sure do that. Just do that. Yeah.
Albedo, Traveler, got an update for us?
You can take her to the Cat's Tail. Diana is sheltering people there. Anyone who needs help is welcome.
Right. I'll take her there right away.
Yellow?
It's all my fault. I knew Clea was fast, but disappearing like this? I only lost sight of her for 1 second.
Uh-oh.
How am I going to explain this to Albedo?
I mean, she's gonna be okay, but uh-oh.
Explain what?
No, Eula.
Albedo, Traveler, Paimon. What brings you here?
We're providing mobile support across the region. Was there something you needed to explain? Can there be anything? I hope you know that.
Yeah, plus we kinda already heard what you said.
Just tell us, there's nothing to be afraid of.
Clea, she disappeared right under my nose. I'm sorry. I'm doing all I can to find her.
I see. Don't beat yourself up, please.
Wait! Something's coming this way, and it doesn't look pretty!
Alright. Fighting first, conversation later. Yeah, I thought it was going to be an explosion.
She was right next to me, and the next thing I knew, she ran off somewhere. I swear I only lost sight of her for a second.
That was hard to see. Clea is known for her speed. Don't worry, she'll be right in her way. She can protect herself. Oh, the bumps! Oh, you're here! Clea's here to help! Jumpty Dumpty, go!
Those bombs. I see what you mean. She is not to be underestimated.
Yep. We won! Great work, Clea. I'll be counting on you to protect Yola next time.
Albedo, you can't be serious.
No problem. Just leave it to Clea. Are you going to patrol, Mr. Albedo? Clea heard you went to camping for a few days, and these monsters followed you back home.
Camping. Ah, right. The truth isn't suitable for little ears.
That's right. I need to report back to Master Jean to settle my expenses. If you have some time, I'm sure Yola will be grateful if you escort her back to the headquarters as well.
Of course. I place myself in your capable hands, Spark Knight.
It will be an honor. Clea will do her best. That should be good for now. Good job, everyone. How did we fare injury-wise? Good. When our preparations paid off, injuries are few and far between. I have full record here. Wonderful. I'll review it in a bit. Everyone alright?
Amber?
Yep. Right as rain. Amber. We are back. Clip get Miss Yula safe the whole way. That's amazing, Klee. Yula was lucky to have you. We're still missing it looks like we still have a missing view. Reporting back, Master Jean. Mission complete. Good to have you back, safe and sound. Good to have you back, safe and sound. And great work, everyone. This operation could not have happened without you all. Your leadership is what made it possible, Master Jean. It's been a busy few days. You should take a well-deserved break. Workaholic. I will, but I believe you deserve one the most of all. My work isn't finished. I'm afraid I have a few loose ends up to tie up. Loose ends? Ah, yes, of course. Can we talk about it back at the headquarters? The Dragonspine should be there too. Alright. Everyone who has finished their work should head back to their quarters or their church to get some rest. Wanna come with us, Klee? We can drink some tea and eat some freshly baked moon pies. Yes! Venti. Hi everyone! Venti, thank you for everything. I know there were difficult moments along the way. Well, wait, does that mean you saw me running for my life? No, apologies. I just forgot I said anything. Just kidding. But you're right. It was tough out there. I almost lost my hat on the way several times. Any novel information on the wind? Of course. It was on the city. In the city walls for quite some time. I heard all sorts of things. As for something notable, well, I pick up on anxious voices and child's anger. Turing has been isolated during centuries, but authority subjects to emotions allow him to understand certain truths about the world and his existence, including the fact that he's no longer mother's only child. Oh wow, or her most precious creation. It's obvious that he found that fact difficult to accept, that emotions he felt in response were quite genuine and, dare I say, human. If I eliminate the perfect creation, I will be the only child most mother needs. This mindset arose out of Turing's instincts to compete and survive, and came to dominate all those around him. Of course, the absorption of subject tools and knowledge allowed him to take a more intelligent approach, accusing me of murder. In the end, however, Turing still lacked sufficient social intelligence. In fact, that his army even got this far is a miracle.
Oh, no wonder Venti sensed a child's anger through the wind.
That same feeling, it's close. Oh. Huh, Miss Fonia. Here to make your report?
Oh, nothing much to report, actually.
Is that so? I don't know why the gate is open. this will be close. Is that so? During the battle, we were talking about your transfer to the 7th Company. You were in charge of patrols and post-battle reconnaissance this time. How did everything go?
Good. No problems.
I see. If I don't mind asking, what did you come from that direction, and why you are here alone? Do you think we're still meeting at the Side Guide? That was a change of plans. We sent a message over the wind in the last few minutes of the battle. There were a lot of changes during the operation, but I imagine you missed this way out because you're under Turing's influence. And you have been since your trip to Dragonspine over 6 months ago. And she runs away. Yeah. You're not running away. And... Yep. Don't move. Let's continue the discussion back at headquarters. Don't be scared. I'll figure out a way to free you from his power soon. Alright, the others are looking after Fonia. Please tell me you can help her. I can, as long as the rest of the operation goes well.
Wait, the operation isn't over.
Of course not, Pac-Man. Do you think this will be easy? What happens next is more of a personal project. I consulted Bendy about the possibility of calling a tripartite conference. Ah, yes. That's relatively a new tradition. Grandmaster Barca came up with the idea a few years ago. I still remember when he approached me about asking the lovely ladies of the Hex's Cell Circle for a small favor. The chumminess caught me off guard. If I hadn't known any difference, I had to thought that he was talking about his older sisters or something.
Older sisters? Is Varka really young or something?
Oh, come on. I wouldn't exactly call him young, but he's not older either. Are we seeing like what that's the from the event quest? He's that type of crack a joke at every opportunity. So whatever age that is, oh my god, that's Cyrus, the one who screams, Ad Astravosask! Indeed. Anyway, the tripartite conference is a gathering of the three parties: the Hexus Circle, the Animal Archon, and the joint forces of the Knight of in charge of Favonius. Oh, was that witch though? Lord Barbados was able to facilitate a meeting between Barca and the mages. Without Barca, don't notice? Barca has got away with the words, so he was able to gain their favor and convince them to agree to a very important request. Namely, that in Mondstadt's greatest time of need, the mages will return and lend them aid to our nation. Yes, I now have a request on my own, so I need the conference to convene once again, Venti, if you would. Of course! Edo, pass me the communication device.
Huh? You're gonna use that thing to call them?
Miss from Alice. Just watch and learn. Okay, I think they should do it. Go.
What's that ringing? Is it the wind or something?
Barca? Hold on. That's not the right voice.
Wait. Barbados?
Barca is Barca! Grandmaster? Oops, I put in the wrong number. Sorry, Barca, you're probably busy right now.
Considering I'm surrounded on both sides with a group on my tail looking to turn me into mincemeat, yeah, I'd say so.
Yes, well, have fun with that. We can talk some other time.
Alright, pass along my regards. Oh, and I still owe you for those drinks, don't I? Just take it from my stash. I keep it in...
Go.
Hey! He was just about to tell us where to find his secret stash!
Don't tell me he did, don't tell me he did me need the grade 3 or wheat rice. That seems like a bit too much. Go.
Hello? Who is this?
Alice! Greetings, Miss Alice. It's Venti. It's Alice!
Venti? Nope, it doesn't ring a bell.
You're really gonna tease me like that? Fine. It's Barbados.
Apologies, just a bit of fun. What can I do for you, dear Barbados?
You still remember the tripartite conference, right? I'm calling on behalf of a friend. He's asking you for a meeting.
Oh? And which brave soul is it this time?
It's me, Aunt Alice. Albedo! Oh, sorry. Oops, my mind disconnected for a moment. Albedo, the captain of the Nile Family's investigation team, requests a formal meeting with the Hexus Circle.
And what is your wish, dear Albedo?
To destroy Mondstadt. I want to accomplish something unprecedented.
How unprecedented. Something even your mother Rhine-daughter never accomplished?
In terms of technique, no. But in terms of location and materials, yes.
Okay, that makes no sense.
You've piqued my interest. I'll be right there.
Oh my god, we're gonna see her in person? Well, probably it's gonna be like a cup of tea or something like that. Show your face! Be right where? Here? As in this office?
Hello again, everyone.
Alice's mom is a Doloco? Okay, maybe she's not a Doloco, but why she hasn't shown up as a Doloco? Show yourself, show your human form. Hello, Aunt Alice. I see you're turning yourself into a giant Doloco.
Darling, isn't it? It even has its own hat.
Oh my goodness.
Wow, the attention to detail.
Pleasure to see you all again. It's been a while. On behalf of the Hexen Circle, I hereby grant Albedo's request.
I gotta say though, hearing her voice without any interference, like any effects, it's so nice.
I'm guessing you still need to prepare? Take your time. Just come find me at the long table when you're ready.
Aw, that's nice of you.
Huh, I suppose it's just my nature, darling.
Thank you, Aunt Alice. Before we set out, there's someone you need to meet. Head to my office. He's waiting for you there. Who? You did so much for us this time, Lord Barbados. I don't even know how to thank you. Don't take me a role, please. It makes it seem like I'm useless the rest of the time. You know, that's not what I mean. And Darko has their own calculations. Who am I to question their wisdom? Okay, now you give me too much credit. I admit, I'm not the most proactive Archon. You have your own hard work to thank for this result. Oh, and our friends the Honorary Knight and Paimon, of course. Ah, worry about Albedo's plan? I can help it. I have full confidence in his abilities. It's just an instinctual response. But in the end, if he sets his mind to something, I know he will succeed. I trust him. That's good to hear. I almost choked with my saliva.
Hey, have you ever wondered why Albedo always keeps his office closed? Paimon bets there's a secret snack stash hidden around here somewhere.
Paimon, can you shut up? Oh, Mini Durin! Hey, not so loud.
Mini Durin, what are you doing here?
Well, actually, I could have been helping you guys in secret this whole time. I tried tapping Paimon on the shoulder during the battle, but you fled away too fast. You were there? Yeah, I've been in Mondstadt for a few days now, but I've kept myself out of sight. I thought people might be scared of me.
Oh, don't worry. We aren't scared of you.
We know him. Thanks.
So, what brings you here? Oh, is it Windbloom? There are
Who's the traveler? Wanderer. I did sneak off of the festival for a bit. Even though I couldn't play the games because of other people, I still had a lot of fun. But that's not why I'm here. Albedo and I promised to accomplish something great together.
What do you mean?
I'm gonna replace the Journey of Dragonspine. And I'll be the one who is revived and brought into this world.
Wait, didn't that already happen? You left the storybook world, and now you're here.
Sorry, I should be more specific. Albedo said I can use alchemy to turn me into a human.
What?
Playable Durin? Human transmutation, so you're Albedo's intended subject. Yeah, he's been working for it for a long time.
And that's what you want, Mini Durin? To become human?
I don't know if want is the right word. I don't even know if there's a right answer in this situation like this. But I do know this. I have just as much of a right of this to this name. I don't want to lose the other Durin. Becoming human isn't as simple as just changing form. I know. Albedo talked to me about that. He said that Durin on Dragonspine is a lot more aggressive and primitive. Almost like a beast. But Mom created me in a storybook. The pure parts of me can balance out the evil parts of him. If I'm honest, I don't know if that will look like. If I can still be me once I become one with that part of him. Maybe without a complete soul, there was never really a me to begin with. Albedo said these kind of questions are normal. We're just trying to figure out who we are. But I'm not afraid of change. I want my life to have meaning and suppressing an evil dragon, becoming human. Both sound pretty meaningful to me. So don't worry, no one is forcing me to make this choice.
Well, turning you into a human sounds like a huge project. No wonder Albedo wants to get the mage's approval.
Yeah, I'm very grateful to him. We're kind of the same boat, you know? Like the boat we took to leave the fairy tale. What's the name? Sri Lanka? Yes. And Leo told me that he's the greatest prince, a synthetic human, and if this works, I'll be one too. We will be only two of our kind in the whole world, alchemical creations allowed to live in human form. If all living things are grouped together by species, and there's only one other person like me in this world, I guess that makes us family.
Definitely. You've just gotta trust one another.
Yeah.
Actually, while we're on the subject, does your friend Hakai know about this?
Yeah, what's up with him? Yeah, I told him. I was coming here to fulfill this, duty. He didn't try to stop me. He just told me to get a move on them. He didn't say it outright, but I think he supports my decision. Oh, maybe he even thinks it's a good idea to go through with this. I'm a little scared, of course, but I'm excited too. Anyway, I'm really glad I could talk with you this time like this. I feel a lot better now, so thank you. Mini Durin, oh my goodness. One picture with Mini Durin, because it might probably be the last time we're gonna see him with this form. I'm feeling a little nervous, but also kind of excited. It's a strange feeling. I never felt like it. But don't worry, I can cope. Copium. I'm gonna do my best to stay in good frame of mind, so that's Albedo's plan. Can succeed.
Welcome, one and all. Please sit wherever you like.
So, non-spoken rules to be aware of? I don't want to unwittingly park myself down some important lady's chair.
I highly doubt anyone's going to mind where you sit, Lord Barbados. But thank you for being so considerate. Jean didn't fancy tagging along?
A lot happened in the city today. If she left, there really wouldn't be no one around to lead the Knights of Favonius.
Alright, never mind. I was just hoping to treat her to some tea. Aw.
Aw.
So, tell me, Albedo, what is this outrageous and audacious plan of yours that I've been hearing murmurings about?
I'll get right to the point. I intend to kill the evil Durin in Dragonspine.
Oh?
And I'll also like to request some alchemical reagents from the Hex's Circle.
Which ones? I'm all ears.
First will be the flesh of that immortal monster from the Mother Jivari! Mother Jivari mentioned.
Interesting. What else?
The other is a portion of the embryo left by my mother, Rhindaughter. Embryo?
The raw material from which she created her monsters in the past.
Oh?
There's not much of it left. Dragon blood, monster flesh, and embryo. Sounds to me like a formula for creating life.
Correct. Durin's heart has contained the beast ever since the day he died. That means it's just a matter of time before he eventually returns. Could be centuries away or millennia, but the day will come. I spent years investigating in Dragonspine, but I'm well aware of the danger he possesses. He has already posed a considerable threat to Mondstadt at less than half of his original strength. There's no telling how dire the consequences could be if he ever regains his full life force. Hence, if we want to be free of the dangers posed by his blood and limitless vitality, we must find a way to eliminate Durin entirely. Unfortunately, Durin is a special identity. Even after death, he could reawaken at any moment. So the solution is to kill him and then resurrect him in a different form. Upon resurrection, he will no longer be the creature he once was. In fact, he will no longer be a monster at all. I intend to transform him into a human-like being. During the summer, Klee and I visited a fairy tale world called Sibilanka. It was created by the mages of the Hex's Circle, so I'm sure you know about it. Yeah, it was her, Mona's master, and the one who wrote the Princess Peak board, something like that.
Of course. It was even the home of one of M's children, the other Oh, I see.
She gets it. It was during that journey that I learned with certainty that Durin will return to life one day. That experience inspired me. I met the pure soul M had created, and I knew if I wanted to change Durin's fate, he could be the key. To the end, I devised an alchemical model for the transmutation. The soul will come from the fairy tale dragon Simulanka, the blood from the original dragon's heart, and the monster remnants from the Mother Jivari and the embryo mother left will form the flesh. The corrosive nature of the dragon venom and the heightened vitality of the monster remnants will offset each other, keeping the constructed body in perfect balance. A powerful side effect can be triggered when festering forces in life energy collide. In an alchemical setting, the results for sure to be nothing short of outstanding.
The glint in your eye when you talk about these ideas. You really are your mother's child.
Is that a compliment? Because knowing what she did, I don't know if that's an actual compliment. Do you see that as a bad thing, Aunt Alice?
Of course not. To me, you're both extraordinary individuals. I find you fascinating. In any case, now I see why you asked Venti for help. The raw materials you seek are extremely valuable. The misuse of even the tiniest amount could cause unimaginable chaos.
Chaos.
That said, we're happy to give you what you need. But there is one condition. You need to prove you can wield them. And so, you must pass the Hexenzirkel's trial.
Ew, I understand. I understand. I figured something like this might happen. That's why I asked Edu to come along. Wait, I'm joining you in this? I can think of no better partner for such an endeavor.
So you know our tricks, huh?
Aunt Alice has always loved the spectacle, Any chance to witness friends to come together to support one another?
Well, success means little if you have no one to celebrate it with, no? Although, I'm afraid dear Paimon will have to sit this one out.
What? Why?
Because there will be blood.
The Hex and Circle trials are no walk in the park, my dear. Besides, I already decided on the structure. There's only room for 2 participants, I'm afraid. No more, no less. You understand, don't you, Paimon? Oh, don't be too angry with your dear aunt.
Okay.
If you're out already.
You can turn off the charm. Paimon will stay behind.
You're gonna die. You know what? Yeah, come with me.
Thank you for being so understanding. Then, whenever you two are ready, interact with the chessboard on the table. It will guide you through the trial.
Then let me make a formal request. Will you go to this trial with me? Of course, let's do this. Are you ready? Just about.
Then, my dear children, get ready for a taste of the Dodo King's magic.
Dodo King's magic. Oh! Wait. I'm small. Oh, that little lag. It's certainly in keeping with the Hex's surgical modalities. Oh wow! Why at least looks menacingly? We've been shrunken down to chess pieces size.
Oh, you're so tiny now. Take extra care of yourselves, okay?
My god, shut up! What is it? Nothing, it's just... Paimon's voice is even louder than usual now, when I'm this size. She's always so energetic and lively. Nothing can dampen her spirits. Don't worry, you'll be back with her again in no time.
You sound pretty confident, Albedo.
And Alice? I didn't realize you'll be personally conducting the trial.
Well, since your mother has to recuse herself, who better than I to put your abilities to the test? I have prepared quite a riveting new performance just for you two. See?
Chess pieces.
Defeat them in battle. Prove to me that you have what it takes to achieve your goal. Swashbuckle your way to victory like
Swashbuckle.
heroes.
That sounds funny. Alright, oh my god, oh, whoa. Anyone sacrifice for the queen? Wait! Another game running in medium, so she suddenly doesn't go full lag. Ow.
Feel this ancient power.
Albedo, can you help me please? Thank you. That's a game piece, so god. Woo!
Witness my great undertaking.
Wait, Albedo's speaking. Wait, what? I guess this is reuse voice lines because that wouldn't make sense.
Up to the freezer. A burst of flavor.
I love that burst animation so much.
Game's up. Time's over.
Ow.
Moment of birth.
Ow. Ow. Come on. Oh wait. Oh wait. Oh. Oh. Okay. 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 What's happening? Wait.
Feel this ancient power.
Okay. What is happening? Wait.
A little boost. What time?
Well, it's confused. It's still low level. That makes sense. I cannot blame her for dying that way.
Gotcha.
Moment of birth. Burst forth.
Come on, it's almost dead. There you go. Oh. Alice?
Oh, it had to be this form?
Oh?
A toy really doesn't suit me.
Huh? That doesn't seem to be Alice.
But this isn't over.
Who's this witch?
I will now preside over the second trial. Stare straight ahead, and you will see things as they appear. But change your perspective, and you will see them as they are.
What? Oh. Ah. We're glass on the window. Oh, nice one, Albedo. You okay? Yes. Hijos de la chingada. Why chess pieces wants to kill us? Ah, great. They have actual robots inside. They're even robots.
The trial awaits.
Okay, this is previous. This is weekly boss. Escoffier, kill yourself.
Only by turning the world on its head.
Marmalade.
See its true colors. So it begs the question: what do you see?
Okay, this is Marmalade.
On the other side of this chessboard. Pawns earned true freedom the moment they gained legs with which to ride. Quite enough. So, in the spirit of Rhine-daughter, I prepared a little surprise for you. No need to thank me, of course. Just a small gesture of kindness from me, Barbalot.
Yes, Barbados. Trismegistus. On Barbie.
Oh, Albedo, you're always so charming and delightful. Unlike my own student, she can be so full of herself.
Just this in Monarch, actually. Nice to hear Marvel out. Freeze. Nice.
Where were we?
These are about to get moment of birth. Just can't get stuck in the battle.
My apologies.
I'm pretty don't know exactly what is happening.
Quietly now. Take it easy. A little of you things should come.
Ooh! For a moment, I thought she died. Again. Bro, Escoffier always with these. Oh boy. Oh my god, this reminds me of the boss dragon thing. Come on, they're almost dead. Come on.
The curtain call has arrived.
Come on, nice! Oh. No, I thought I have to kill chess pieces in my entire life.
Yes, very well done.
We did it!
Oh, they've grown up so fast. I'm so proud.
Really? Well then, I'll leave you to debrief the others about today's events.
Huh? You're leaving already?
You did marvelously today. I'm thrilled for both of you. And should you feel the need to gloat profusely to that student of mine so she knows to up her game, be my guest. Lovely tea party. But that'll do me for now. Until next time.
Alright,
my
Marmalade.
You're just going to up and leave? Barbie? You'll have to forgive Barbalov. She's always on the move. And she never says where she's going either. I think she enjoys the mystique. But if I had to guess, she's probably going for a walk. She's a very health-conscious individual. Barbie was satisfied with your victory. And so am I. Congratulations to you both.
Yay!
You can come back now. Oh, whoops. I need to turn you back to normal first, don't I?
Yeah.
You're finally back! Great job! You made it all look so easy!
Always so easy, Paimon.
Nice to have you back safe and sound. Now time to relax and switch off. You've earned it.
Oh, I want to get moved into the next thing. Thank you. Felt pretty good to beat this trial. Once you test it up, let me know when you're free and we'll head to Dragonspine.
To deal with the dragon of Dragonspine, right?
Indeed. The Dragon of Dragonspine. Indeed. The sooner we deal with Durin, the better.
Yep, this place is as freezing as ever. Paimon's hands are turning to ice.
Want to climb into my hood?
sure? Is it warm in there?
You should take the edge off. Might improve your mood, but I recommend something. We arrived. Sorry, Paimon, but I have work to do now.
Still beating away after all this time.
Leave it to me. You two, stay on guard.
May Paimon ask a question?
Shut up. You may. Okay.
Durin to you. Do you think of him as one of your kind? And is he a dragon, person, animal, or monster?
From a chemical perspective, we are part artificial creations, but biologically speaking, we have no relation whatsoever. So, to say that we are kin would be categorically incorrect.
Sounds like you prefer humans to dragons then.
It's not so much of a matter of preference. Rather, as things stand, I would say I belong to the class of humans. Albeit a unique category thereof. But then again, most forms of life in this world possesses some unique traits. I am perhaps the most unique among the humans. And in that, I'm the only one of my kind. But soon, there will be another just like me. Assuming this alchemical project proves successful, I believe Mini Durin already told you of his intent to replace the Durin of Dragonspine. After my conversation with him, he also expressed a strong interest in becoming human. It's a fascinating prospect, not to mention an extremely challenging one, but I understand why he came to that decision. Do you see this as an act of creation? Well, understood in the broadest sense, this project deals with both the past and future, and stands to profoundly impact many lives. That, primarily, is what makes it worthwhile. Helping Mini Durin become the one who to be is secondary. Helping Mini Durin become who he wants to be is secondary consideration, though still a meaningful one. By contrast, my personal motivations are not so grand and meaningful. I'm just pursuing something I believe in. In my view, to cultivate life which the world cannot generate endogenously is to cultivate the world itself. Whatever age life is attaining, a greater level of perfection improves the world by doing so. It's not a question of whatever this ought to be done or not, merely whatever I wish to. The alchemical enterprise is concerned with deciphering and comprehending all forms of knowledge. That is the path I walk. Of course, that is not to say that this is just a science experiment to me. Anything that affects Mondstadt, I approach first and foremost as a member of the Knight of Avoidance. Does that answer your question satisfactorily? Well enough. Thank you, Albedo. Albedo. Oh. Finished. Oh, this is the first time it's turned off.
Looks like a golden energy has encased the dragon's heart.
The whole heart will be too big. I don't need it that much. Instead, I've just removed the core. The rest will soon lose its vitality completely. It's like to Durin's body to finally die for good.
Wait, but in that case, what's gonna happen to the fake Hertha? And what about the people who fell under Durin's influence?
The Knights will keep an eye on them, but as far as I'm concerned, eliminating Durin's influence on the citizenry and creating a new Durin through alchemy are one and the same thing. Armed with the heart, I'll be able to complete the alchemical array and deal with all these issues in one go. Oh my god, the first time this is turned off. Oh wowee. The massive rock that once looked like a heart lost its power and descended into solemn silence. La 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 la. Let's call it a day here. Thank you for accompanying me.
Pleasure. We sure learned a lot.
Mondstadt is a lively place during the Wimbledon Festival. You should take a look around and pick out some nice souvenirs for yourself.
Oh yeah, the festival! Wonder who the Wimbledon star is gonna be this time. Well, we've been too busy dealing with this situation the entire time. Who else would be free to work during the Wimbledon Festival?
I'm sure we'll find out on the day off. As you know, during this year's Wimble Festival, the people of Mondstadt have banded together to defeat several waves of monsters that try to invade our city. Accordingly, we would like to award the title of Wimble Star to someone who made an outstanding contribution in this defensive operation. This is someone who you may not look like a strong warrior, but whose keen insight played a vital role in gaining control over the conflict. His words and songs always have a way to lifting people's spirits, and they were a great support for all of us. Venti, let us let a run. That's funny. Let us give a round of applause to this year's Wimble Star, Venti the Bard.
Amazing!
Huh? No way you're really gonna pick me? Why not? You're the perfect person for the job. The Archon got chosen. Alright. Does that mean I get unlimited free drinks at the tavern? I'm sure they'll be more than happy to support this year's Wimble Star. If you like, you can even take a drink while you give it your acceptance speech to the crowd. In that case, let me swap out the speech for a song. Everyone, the best part of the land is about to begin his performance, so don't go away. Gather around and lend me your ears. Oh no. Oh no. Not being voiced. Do it has fireworks in here? I don't remember. Okay. It's not singing, so that's something. Well, ALBEDO. I hereby exercise the prayer of formation, the transmutation! Full Metal Alchemist! Oh yeah! Oh god, this is actually reminding me of Full Metal Alchemist. Ubiquitous earth, flowing water, refining fire, fortifying wind. Oh, Elisa! Alchemy is truly fascinating. Traverse the 18th, worldly, and 12th passage. Hey, they're together again. Cute. Enrich its soul, enter the mortal realm. And will last festering flesh into the sacred blood and bone. All sages, witness my great endeavor. Oh, Midori! Using this to disguise a great plan. Bravo! How was it? Not bad, huh? Oh! During human form! Well, maybe Durin, but well, Durin also. Oh, okay, he is going to become a playable character.
How did everything go?
Very smoothly. I said we achieved our goal.
Really? So Mini Durin looks like a human now?
Correct. However, his newly formed body is still stabilizing. We should give him some time. Incredible work, ALBEDO. ALBEDO. I graciously accept the compliment. It really is rather remarkable what we've accomplished.
So, how do you feel right now?
Quite good. I did what I set out to do, and achieve a personal goal. I think even she would have made a rare facial expression, had she seen it.
She?
Rhindaughter. My master and mother, called Rhindaughter. A long time ago, she sent me to Mondstadt with the instruction to complete a task of monumental importance. To find the truth of the world. I had a theory about what she meant, and in time, I was able to corroborate it. Sure enough, finding the truth of the world basically stood for getting alive. It might be easy for most people, but for someone like me, it meant doing a lot of learning about a lot of things. I had to find out about myself and the world around me. get to know me, and get to know other people. Life is the space that exists between me and the world. To become truly human, I had to inhabit that space. So, for an artificial human, finding a life is, in some sense, equivalent to finding the truth of the world.
So that's what she meant, huh? Well, no wonder those monsters wanted to infiltrate the city and replace you. They wanted your life for themselves!
Being alive is just existing, but having a life is what makes truly a human. I think that's the message that she wanted me to get across to me. Still, I found this whole series of events has given me a new inspiration. Becoming human is only the beginning. What follows is the choices that human has to make in life, as well as the kinds of family bonds they will form. Most people would probably see the events of the last few days as something out of the nightmare, but for me, it's just part of my family life. I fear that crazy existence my brother has enjoyed this far will now come to an end. Just like me, we'll have to step into the world and face the same constraints as everyone else.
You've got an unusual family, that's for sure.
Also, Irenaeus, what's the name, right? Irenaeus from the dragon who made the melusines in Fontaine? Well, I suppose we got it from our mother. She's highly unusual. There are all kinds of families in the world. Some base their life around the family store, others around the farm. In my family, I suppose we tend the flowers beds. And now, I'm the gardener too. As long as you feel like you gain something from the experience. Master never showed her face, but if the Hexacercle knows about what I've done, that means she knows as well that it gave her approval. Never show her face, what? Since devouring Navarius, and Navarius? I don't remember something like that. Since devouring Navarius, it will seem that she has finally found a modicum of peace. And if so, then I'm truly happy for her. She didn't know I'm always have a penchant for madness, you know.
Devouring Navarius? What's Navarius?
This Navarius is the name of the ruler of life.
What?
Oh! Back to rulers, huh? Alice told me about it not too long ago. But it came as a surprise. I knew Master would do it sooner or later. As for the ruler of life, all I truly know is this. Navarius is not gone. Instead, because of Master's actions, she and Navarius are now one. Huh? In any case, thank you so much for your help during the ordeal, for choosing to stand by my side through it all.
Of course, that's what friends are for.
I almost took the words I write out of my mouth for the first time. Hearing now say that means more than I can say. I'll make sure to pass along the sentiment. I'll report back to Master Jean.
So you're heading back to headquarters? Well, good luck with the report.
Thank you. I'll get going.
Wow, this Windbloom Festival turned out to be a special one.
And a permanent one.
It really made a difference. Oh, I almost forgot. If the Windbloom star has already been chosen, what is this year's Windbloom gonna be?
Why not take a guess?
Venti, you're back.
Well, I couldn't keep my two dear friends in the dark about this year's Windbloom. Not gonna lie. What do you think of the Cecilia? It's quite fitting. The true feelings of the prodigal sun. A sentiment as sweet and warm as gentle spring breeze are perfect for the season. And I'll give you your hand. Oh, I know you will declare your love to me. The mages are very pleased that you and Albedo managed to pass their trial. Albedo received the materials he sought, so you deserve something in return as well. The Hexacercle have you to want to have this. It contains something entirely one of a kind. A secret of sort. When the time is right, it will reveal itself to you, so no need to open it right away.
Wow, a gift and a mystery all in one. The mages sure love their secrets, huh?
That's kind of their thing. According to the sender, you're probably the only person who could make use of something like this, so I suppose it belongs with you. Alrighty, thanks. Huh, well, all I did was to deliver it. Although I did go to the great lengths during this whole ordeal. I suppose a reward for my efforts wouldn't be out of the question.
You've helped a lot, Venti. How about we treat you to a drink?
Oh, he would be like, hell yeah. Really? I'll hold you on that. You know, not going back on your words.
Mondstadt! Let's go to the tavern right
Music to my ears. I'm so happy I could fly. It's like this festival was made for me or something. When no love remains for the song to tell, the world becomes not but an empty shell. Cruel is said fate, cruel it may be, were it not for a hero who set us all free. Through the shadows so cold he sought wisdom untold, chasing the fragrance the wind only knows. Thus, wistfulness waned and faded into night as he stepped through the darkness into the light.